my crochet and crafting friends. Welcome to Travel Crochet. My name is Tracy. We are recording Saturday night to start Crochet Roulette 2025 for this week because I have a market tomorrow. I have to be up at 4:30 in the morning. So I thought I'd better get a head start now because I know by tomorrow afternoon I'm going to be very tired after a market and won't have as much energy to put into it in the afternoon. So I thought what I'll do is go through what I have already. Usually I get a couple of extra entries tonight and tomorrow morning, like the Sunday morning. I will double check when I get home tomorrow to see if there has been any new entries, and then I'll film a little bit extra. So that bit will be a bit out of order if there are any extra entries. But saying that, without that extra time, we already have 37 entries. I thought this week I was going to be only going through maybe 5-10 entries because I thought space and the colour red was going to be way too difficult for people to come up with because it's not the easiest topic, but everyone has been up for the challenge and proven me completely wrong. So I do thank you for so much for the effort that everyone has put in. Don't worry, mind the crinkled up top. I just quickly changed because the other top, we just loaded the car for the market and I managed to get grease all over my top because I leant on something I shouldn't have, and so quickly shoved this on and thought, I've got to start recording. All right, before we get into yours, we'll get into mine. I only made one thing. I struggled. I admit I struggled this week. I did not know what to make. And so in the end, I have a bit of laugh at this one because it's not my finest work. It is something that I've just made up or freehanded pretty much. Well, sort of. I followed a bit of a pattern and then just went rogue. I finally got this idea in my head of what to make, and then I started it and I was sort of halfway through and I'm thinking I had no idea or no plan of how I was going to do the arms and legs in this thing, so I just winged it. Anyway, ready for a laugh? Here is my red alien with his just come up with arms and legs. It's like, oh, I was doing really well with the head and body, and then the arms and legs, it's very disappointing. But anyway, this head is actually the Crochet Carpenter's The Drift pattern, Drift the Octopus. So it's actually that, because whenever I make it I always think this is an alien. So I didn't get to the part where you completely close the head. It was like 1 or 2 rows before that, and then I sort of just kept going down to create the neck, and then just increased and added a few rows for the body, and then I got to here and going, I don't know what to do with the arms. So I just thought, all right, I'll just finish a body, do a length that I think is appropriate, and then I just did like leggy froggy kind of arms. And the feet, what did I end up doing? I ended up doing like a bobble stitch at the end of a chain and then just crocheted back up. It's just, it's not my finest work, but that is my entry, and oh boy, I struggled. But then I saw a couple other people's entries that we'll go through today, and I went, oh yeah, I could have made that. I was like, I'm so silly. But anyway, I would just grab my drink and I'll be right back to start going into yours. All right, I have my Bundaberg Blood Orange sparkling drink, and they're made only an hour away from us, so that'll keep me refreshed. Now I've decided for this one I'm going to have my computer open as well, so I can actually put the photos up and so I can talk to the photos rather than just writing these notes and thinking, oh, was that right? Did I say the right thing about the right patterns? So there may be a bit of glare on my glasses, but I think just to improve how I'm talking about the patterns that people have spent time submitting. It's a nicer way to go through it. Yeah, because the photos are on my phone, but I'm recording on my phone. All right, let's get started. All right, as usual, like I say each week, to make it easier for myself, I put everything, all the photos in alphabetical order, and then I match that with what I type up, because I can't read my left-handed writing if I just do scribbles. So it's typed up so I can see. We're up to 7 pages now because I've noticed everybody starting, or not everybody, but some people are adding their little stories to their entries, which is fantastic. I love it. All right. So alphabetical order, no priorities given, just alphabetical order because it makes it easier for me. All right. Number 1, 82 P. Nina. And we have a alien in a spaceship, and this appears to be in a acrylic or cotton yarn, and the pattern is by Patterns by Steph. I love this little guy, the little alien with the 3 eyes, and I wish I could embroider eyes like that. Probably if I practice, I probably get like that, but I never do it, so I'll probably never improve on that. But I love that. That would have taken some time, and I can't, it doesn't say there, but I can't imagine it would have been a very large hook that you would have used as well. All right, I'll have the next one up on my screen. Number 2 is an email entry from Anne-Marie Hollier. Thank you, Anne-Marie. And this one we have a rocket, and she said that this pattern was inspired from amigurumibook.com on Pinterest. So Anne-Marie has used acrylic that she already had in her stash that she's had there for some time, and used the opportunity to use some of that for this rocket. And I love the way that you've done the flames and added the different colours. That looks fantastic. So thank you so much for that effort. That would have taken quite some time to make too, because being that small yarn, that was fantastic. Thank you so much. All right, 3rd entry is from Appalachian Crochet. And like we said last week, you do not have to enter amigurumi entries for this challenge, as long as it's related to crochet. That's all it needs to be. I mean, I guess the only rule. And we have a gorgeous granny square there, and she had made a few from this pattern, and the one that she's entered is the red one, red granny square with the sun and moon in it, and the outside of the granny square is in red, and that looks fantastic. And she said that this is a YouTube video by Uti Knitting and Crochet. That is fantastic. That is gorgeous. I would love to see what you end up making out of these granny squares, because the pattern is absolutely gorgeous. One day I might do some of those again. One day. All right, number 4 is from Connie the Crocheter, and Connie has entered 2 items, and it's hard to tell from the photo, but these look reasonably large in size, so they would have taken some time to make. First off, we have a rocket, and we have a rocket and an astronaut, and the glitter in the black in the astronaut's face, which would be the helmet. It looks perfect. It's like the space is reflecting in the helmet, like the stars. It looks fantastic. Now both of the patterns are by Yarnamels by Tony. So thank you so much, Connie, for that entry. They look absolutely amazing. I didn't even think of, I don't know, I just had a blank this week. All you guys just did such a wonderful job. All right, number 5 is from Delicate Works, and we have another alien, a different version of an alien. It's a gorgeous pattern. Now this one, look at the embroidered eyes, like fantastic. I'm going to have to spend some time one day learning how to do that. And she said that this is a pattern is a combination of the Monster Mashup Pattern Pack by Pocket Full of Posies, and the antenna was an Orbit mod by Naughty Nat. Say that 5 times straight. Tongue twister, but that is gorgeous. I haven't written down here the yarn that was used, but it looks like a blanket yarn or possibly zaddy grass. I am not sure. So thank you so much for that entry. Okay, oops. Next entry. Oh, I could have just clicked next. That would have helped. Okay, the next entry is number 6 from Devon Crafts 3754. This is a very creepy but wonderful, a red xenomorph. And this pattern is by Moz Design, MO2 Designs. I've written Moz Design. My finger must have gone the wrong way when I was typing. I know that's MO2 Designs. And also with that, the yarn's got sparkle in it as well. It's great, and it looks like an acrylic or a cotton, probably more acrylic, I think, by the looks of it. Let me see what I've written. No, I haven't. Just says I've loved the sparkle in the red yarn. So yes, thank you so much for that entry. Okay, let's click next. Okay, next entry is from G Crochet Off the Hook, or both on Instagram and YouTube. So thank you very much, Geraldine, for your entry. And this is a very detailed astronaut. My lord, I don't know how you all have done this in like less than a week. Fantastic. Now this pattern is actually by Elisa's, is it Elisa's or Eliza's Crochet? I can picture her YouTube channel and I know who she is, but I can't remember what it, because she changed her YouTube channel name and I'm still used to it being called the old name. I'm sorry, me and pronunciations, but the details in that pattern is amazing, and I don't know how you made that in that time frame. Fabulous. So thank you so much. Wow. All right, we are up to number 8. Hang on. Have I put my things out of order? I seem to have stapled that page to the wrong order. I have to go backwards. Oh dear. Oh, now I've numbered them wrong. I'm going to get all confused with the numbers now. All right, number 8. At least it's in alphabetical order on my computer, so that will keep me in line. All right, this entry is from Gday Crochet AU, both on Instagram and YouTube. So, and Trish, this entry. First of all, Trish had sent me her first makes of the laser guns that she just freehanded. And then she added the alien pattern by me. And do you think for the whole week until these started coming in that I had even thought about my pattern? No. Well, I thought, oh, I'm not going to make my pattern. I'll try and do something different. But yes, thank you, Trish, for doing my pattern. I do appreciate it. But yeah, those laser guns for freehanded, that's what I'm looking for. It's been a long day. Anyway, amazing. I didn't write in my notes what yarn it was used. I think the alien from memory was the Jolly and Joy yarn. I could be wrong, or it might be blanket yarn. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, Trish, amazing effort. And baby alien looks fantastic with those laser guns. It's fantastic. Love it. Love it. All right. Now, so this will be now number 9. With an entry from Handmade by H UK. She has actually made like 5 things. I'm not sure if the cow was already made and she's just added it into this, or she made it for this little scene, but we have the alien cow abduction scene. Yeah, I just love it. So we've got the alien in the UFO, which the UFO has just been free-handed with the poor old cow underneath waiting to be abducted. So this was just a freehand, that one. And then we move on to the astronaut to the right, which, oh my lord, another detailed astronaut. Amazing. And that pattern is by Amigurumi Fairyland. And then we move on to the red dwarf moon. I love that. That is so good. And that is based on the pattern by World If Amigurumi. So pattern by World If Amigurumi. But she's written that it was missing the hat as the space dog ran off with it. I love it. And then the last item is the Death Star. And this is a free pattern by Pops de Milk. I've probably pronounced that completely wrong, an Australian accent wrong. I do apologise. Thank you. What an effort. I love the scene. I love the storyline. Just the way you've set it up. Fantastic. Thank you so much. It's just bringing me so much joy to go through all these patterns. All right, next entry. So this one should be 10. Is from Jackie Jasper. And Jackie has made a little red extraterrestrial. Try and say that fast. And where she's taken the photo of this, it actually looks like it's in Mars or something, or on Mars, I should say, not in it, on Mars. So it's a fantastic photo. And this pattern is by Croutons Crochet. So thank you so much, Jackie. Love it. You're also smart and just finding all these patterns, but then I kind of got carried away making Forest Guardians this week. All right, number 11, I think we're up to, is from Janelle Bailey 77. And we have an alien in a flying saucer. And the pattern is by Megs Makes Crochet, and the yarn used is the Joy and Jolly yarn from Spotlight, and that is so cute. I love that pattern. That looks like it would be a reasonably quick make. So yeah, if you're into like a market make, that might be a good one. Thank you so much, Janelle. All right, on to the next one. Now, there's been a couple of entries of this particular character. I've never seen it. I'm not sure if it's just in, sorry, this one is from Judy at Witch Piece Craft, and that is Instagram and YouTube. Now, I am not sure if this character is called Crewmate Among Us or it is Among Us. I don't know, I'm a bit confused on that because I've not seen where this comes from, but a few people know about it and know of it and know what it is. It's like an imposter, crewmate, something or other. I don't know. Please let me know where this is from. Yeah, I'm going to have to look it up, aren't I? So I feel a bit out of being able to talk to this properly because I'm not sure exactly where it's from. Like Judy has written that it's Red Crewmate Among Us, a space, well, she's written space themed game. So I'm assuming it's a game, but I've got a feeling that it might be like a show, like TV show or something as well. I'm not sure. I might be completely wrong. But anyway, thank you, Judy, for this effort. I love it. Now she's used Jolly and Joy yarn from Spotlight and a touch of Zaddy Crafts yarn as well. And she used a 4.5mm hook. So thank you, Judy. I do appreciate it. Yeah, as like I said, she has said it's a red crewmate among us. So I'll just leave it at that. That's what it's called. You know more than I do. All right. Next entry is an email entry again from Julianne5196, and we have an UFO with an alien in it, which would be the next photo. Yes. So we have a red UFO, and that pattern is a YouTube tutorial by Sweet Softies. And then if I go back, we have a rocket wind spinner. So that's a really good idea. And this is a tutorial by Crafty Crochet Castle, or Castle, however you pronounce that. Potato, although I've never ever heard of anyone call a potato potato. Has anyone? Everyone uses that as an example, but I've never actually heard anyone say it the other way. Anyway, getting sidetracked. Fantastic effort here. I love the yellow string at the bottom of the spinner to add for the fire of the rocket. That's fantastic, and it looks like it's acrylic yarn. It doesn't say here, but thank you so much, Julianne, for that entry. Okay, I've lost count. We'll catch up by the time I get through this page. Oh dear. We are up to next entry by Can Crochet. I had to think then how to pronounce it. And this is a pop-up alien, and the pattern is by Kate from Can Crochet. So it's Kate and Anne, Can Crochet. And she has used Yarn Smith's Red Chenille yarn. So thank you for that. So if you are after a poppet alien, go to Can Crochet and look up that pattern, which you might want to do. Looks like it would be a fairly good market make by that. So thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Oh, now I have to go back a page, didn't I? Because somehow I mixed them up. Okay, so I think we're up to about number 13. So I'll move on. So this is another email entry, and it's from Karen Dilks, who is one of my members here on YouTube. So thank you, Karen. And she has made a red alien and made it with using Loops and Threads Cozy Cub yarn. I've written Cozy Club yarn. Trying to type too fast. And she used a 5mm hook with this, and this pattern was Travel Crochet's pattern that I didn't even think about it. Obviously with alterations, so taken off the ears and added the other hair bits. Love it. You're all smart using my pattern, and I didn't even think of my pattern. That would have been an easy alternative. So thank you, Karen. Absolutely gorgeous. I love that red color. It's like a rust color. All right, next entry. I think I need a sip of my drink. Oh, that's nice. Okay, next entry is a new person who has joined us this week. Kerry's Card Creation on Instagram. And it is a rocket, well, it's two items here. A rocket, which is a free pattern off a blog. Now, Kerry did put in the photo, well, sorry, in the description on Instagram where the blog she got from, but if you post a link from somewhere in a description in Instagram, they don't work. You can't use those. You have to use another specific way to add a link to something, which I still haven't worked out how to do, because I'm pretty much Instagram dumb. So, but you can see it there if you go to her page if you wanted to know which blog it came from. And the alien that she made with the 3 eyes there and the bow tie, so cute. She freehanded, just made it up. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much for joining in us this week, and of all weeks to join in, you joined in on the hardest one, I'm sure. Although there is one coming up that it may be harder than this week. It may be. Something to look forward to. All right, next entry. Oh, actually, no, before we move on, I just wanted to say that Keza does crafts. She normally has an entry every single week. I'd just like to quickly do a shout out to Kerry, because she's actually going into hospital for hip replacement surgery, I believe this week, so she will be out of sorts for the next couple of weeks. So best wishes, Kerry. Hope everything goes well, and just sit back and crochet when you're in recovery. And everyone has to bring your yarn to you, because you're not allowed to move around too much. Well, no, these days they actually get you moving around straight away, don't they? So there you go. Anyway, best wishes, Kerry. Next entry. I think we're about up to 16-ish. I've lost count. We'll be able to catch up next page. Is from Not Happy Crochet. And here we have Meet Chompy the Snuggle Morph. The galaxy's softest nightmare. I love it. I love it. This pattern is by MO2 Designs. Just a different take on that design and putting the colorings in different places. Just love it. Like, I just think of the Alien movie. It's perfect. And a generic blanket yarn has been used making this with a 10mm hook. And she says that Chompy has a face only a mother can love. That is so cute. Thank you so much for that. Next up, I've got this out of order. It's there. Sorry about that. Next up is Loft Handcrafts, and we have a red alien. This is actually a free Instagram pattern by Bumblebee Crochet. Looks like it should be Bumblebee, but it's Bumblebee Crochet. So there you go. What a free, very cute alien pattern. Go to Bumblebee Crochet, and this has been made with a red blanket yarn. Thank you so much for the entry. I really do appreciate it. Okay, now I have to go back to, it's gone back to order now. Where are we? Here. Okay. This is a joint entry. So this is by Lovies by Risa Laree and her daughter Violet Sierra, both on Instagram. And so Risa Laree has been encouraging her daughter, who's only recently started crocheting, to join in on our roulette challenge, and this week has just been absolutely wonderful. So Violet Sierra has created the alien, and this was, she modified a pattern by Capybara Crocheted. Love it, love the modifications. Perfect. This is so good. Your crocheting is so neat and tidy for someone who's been crocheting for such a short amount of time. You're doing an absolutely amazing job. Fantastic. And then Risa Laree has made a Barbie outfit, or Barbie suit. Well, it's a astronaut suit basically, and it's actually a retired pattern by Marrie herself. Amazing. But we have a story that goes with this, so I'll try and put up a couple of photos that sort of shows the story. Here we are. Okay, in 1954, Barbie set off for Planet X. Upon arrival, she unexpectedly was attacked by a red alien. Fearing for her life, she threw up a hand and screamed, "Stop! I come from Earth. I am very valuable. I have been a doctor, a vet, a teacher, a ballerina." The alien shook its head and said, "Okay, okay. I don't want to eat you. I want to be your friend." Love it. These ones that come with stories, just love it, love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much for the effort that the both of you have put in for this. I don't know how you made that Barbie outfit, that it looks amazing. And Marrie said that after the wheels were spun last week, she got to work straight away, and obviously her and her daughter got together and planned out what they were going to make together and came up with this fantastic entry for this week. So thank you, love it, keep it up. Amazing effort. So thank you. I really do appreciate the effort that you have gone to for this week, and even taking the photos and showing the story. It's fantastic. All right, now we're back onto being the count correct. We're up to number 20, by the way. So this entry is from Marrie Crafting in Array on YouTube, or Crafting in Array on Instagram. And Marrie is one of my YouTube members. And Marrie has made Marvin the Martian, who is one of her favourite Looney Tune characters. And of course she freehanded it, like she freehands everything. And she knew that as soon as I said the theme, that was what she was going to create. And she did this in a 2-hour trip in the car. And she's actually said that she's thinking about writing this pattern down. So we all should encourage her to do that. We all know, well, sometimes it's easier to just create something, but it's really hard to put it down in writing, because I know writing a few patterns myself, it's a process, and if you're so used to just freehanding and something just appears, to actually stop yourself and have to write down, that probably would interrupt your flow, I'm gathering. But if you're able to one day, I'm sure that you would sell a lot of your patterns. But thank you so much for your entry. Okay, next up we have an entry from another new person this week, Marrie Crochet Cuddles on Instagram. So thank you, Marrie, for joining in this week. And we have a tiny red alien, and it says that out of the universe came a tiny red alien piloting its crochet space saucer. It didn't come to invade, it came to cuddle. Wherever it lands, it leaves behind stardust, smiles, and the softest hugs in the galaxy. Love it. First entry, and you've already got a story for us. Fantastic. Oh, itchy nose. This pattern is by Elegant Purely and is made using Parfait plush yarn with a 6mm hook. So thank you so much for that. And you've joined us with a story straight away. I really do appreciate the effort. Thank you. Okay, number 22. Mel likes to crochet. Well, we nearly had Mel stumped this week. And she said that for a while she was stumped. And then she had an idea that she would make the Rocky Horror lips pattern. She found a pattern, but then soon realised that she wouldn't have had enough red yarn for it and it would take way too long. So then she was stumped again, and then she went, aha, I'm going to make an alien by Travel Crochet. All these people that have made my pattern, then I forgot about it. And she's left him naked, red and naked. And the yarn that she has used is a combination of Zaddy Crafts yarn and Platties. Patty's Plush yarn. Thank you, Mel. I do appreciate you making my pattern, my baby alien that I forgot about. Yes, so this is the first week that we nearly had Mel stumped. So I'm glad that you came up with something in the end, Mel. Thank you. All right, number 23, we have an entry from Otter Wise, who has been with us all the way through this challenge. And she has said that she loves British science fiction, comedy, and good puns. So this week she's combined them both, and she made a red dwarf. Now, it was only because Chris, my husband, knew what this joke was, because I had no idea, but apparently there is a science fiction comedy which my husband decided to show me clips of yesterday, lots of different clips, and yeah, it's definitely a comedy. So the pun is the red dwarf, planet, space, red dwarf, yeah, great. Plus the show. So she's actually mashed together two patterns to create this red dwarf. So the head was based on a pattern, The Shrunken Head by Claire the Crochet Lady, and the body is from Rudy the Red Cap by Fox and Faye Crochet. I love it. Love it. It's fantastic what everyone is. Everyone's so creative. Everyone absolutely amazing. Love it. Thank you so much for your entry. Okay, next entry, number 24, is from Penguin Place Crafts on Instagram, and I didn't even put this these two together until Elain sent me an email with her entry this week, and I go, I've been watching Elain on YouTube and hadn't mixed the two, the Instagram page with her YouTube page. So on YouTube, she's Elain from Penguin Place Crafts. So thank you, Elain, for pointing that out to me. I do appreciate it. I have been watching you and I'm even subscribed, so there you go. So 3 entries from Elain. And we have Chris in the background making thumping noises on me. Okay, so Elain has said that all her entries are made from just miscellaneous acrylic yarn. She's made a rocket ship, which is a free pattern from One Dog Wolf. What a name. The Red Alien is a free pattern from Oli Holly Crochet. And Red Shirt Guy I had to mention, talking about science fiction shows, that pattern is loosely based on Chef Bobo and his friends, and that pattern is by Rickarumi, is on the Rickarumi website. And Elain just changed up the colours and left off the chef's hat and free-handed the insignia on the uniform. So what an effort, Elain. 3 entries and all in acrylic. I couldn't have done one of those in the week, so fantastic effort. I do appreciate you entering. And you left your video last night until you had finished making them, so fantastic. So go and check Elain out on YouTube. All the links for everyone's Instagrams, YouTubes are in the description. All right, number 25, we're getting there, is from Randomly Dana, and we again have 3 items made here. So we have an astronaut and a small red alien. Both of those patterns are by Meg Makes Crochet. And the astronaut is another fabulous pattern. I'm going to have to get some of these patterns. They're absolutely amazing and detailed. And the little alien pattern, that is cute. That looks like a good market make too, that one. And we have a large alien in a UFO, and that pattern is by Elegant Purely. So Elegant Purely must have a few alien UFO patterns as well. So thank you so much for that entry. That's fantastic. 3 in 1 week. I don't know how you did it in the hardest week. Well, second hardest week. I'm definitely going to say second hardest week. Hardest one still coming. Okay, next entry is from number 26, So Precious Art. And we have another detailed astronaut. Amazing. I would have been happy with just the one, but no, she made a second pattern as well. But anyway, I'll slow down. A very, very detailed astronaut I've written here. The pattern is by Cute Toys by Vera. And the yarn that she used for that is Petite Pearl in Rhubarb, Tan, and Bright White. And Pink, Purple, and Blue, Yellow Sparkled. That must be in the, I don't know, somewhere in there. Using a 2.75mm hook. Wow. And the second pattern that she's made is Lumi the Sun Baby. And that pattern is by Therapy on my hook. That is such a gorgeous pattern with it holding earth. I'm assuming it's earth. And she's used Burnett Blanket, Red Burnett Mystical Sunshine, Premier Parfait Chunky Glitz Tangerine, and Dollar Tree Bright Yarn. So we're mixing all the yarns here. But looks amazing, absolutely fabulous. Both of those, and the way that you've put that photo together, it looks absolutely beautiful. So thank you. All right, next up, we also have another new entry for this week. First time joining in, and that is Southern Gals Crochet on Instagram and Southern Gals Crochet on YouTube. You may have heard me mention her name quite a few times, nearly every week, because I use her patterns all the time. But thank you, Heather, for joining in this week. And she has free-handed a lovely red kryptonite and had fun with glue and glitter. And apparently had glitter going everywhere in a house. And then she added these little jewel things to it to add the extra sparkle. It was hard to get in the photo, but when she showed it on her video not the video just released, one before that, she shows it in her video, so go check it out if you want to see all the extra sparkle that she's got in it. So that is a very unique and fantastic entry. Thank you so much, Heather. I do appreciate it. All right, number 28 is from Space for Sunflowers. Again, it's this character that I am confused what it's an imposter. Like, she's written she wrote from crewmates imposters, among us. It's among us. I don't know. I get confused about this. It confuses me. The pattern is by The Yarning Portal, and it's a free pattern. I do appreciate it. I'm going to have to learn about this Among Us because it confuses me but intrigues me. I don't know what it is. It's obviously imposter for something. I need to find out. I've got FOMO. I'm missing out on something here. All right. Thank you for that entry. All right, and just as I was finishing typing up to record this video, I saw a new entry pop up from Steph 3 Crochets, or Steph Crochets on YouTube. And Steph is a YouTube member here as well, so thank you, Steph. So go check out her YouTube channel, brand new there. She's got some great ideas of what she's doing, and she's actually going through the real beginnings of going through the process of starting up her own crochet business that she's gradually going to step by step do, and just showing all the things that she's purchasing on the way. So if you want to watch her journey, get in now while she's at the beginning. All right, now Steph has made 3 items. She has made 2 different alien patterns. I'm looking at the wrong photo, that's why I'm confusing myself. No, I've done that out of order. Where's Steph's? I don't know what I've done with that photo. I'm gonna have to find that photo. Anyway, I apologize. Steph has made 2 aliens. Oh dear. The first pattern, the one with the really large eyes, is called the Chubby Alien, and it's by Lazapan Creations. And the second alien is the Pocket Alien by Book or by Hook. Fantastic. That was, yeah, two patterns that look like that they could be good market makes as well. Thank you so much, Steph. And Steph, if you wanted to see Steph's makes from last week, you have to go and see her YouTube channel, because she just missed posting her make after I just completed my video last week, so I missed out on posting what she made. But go and check out her YouTube channel to see what she made. All right, next up, number 30. We are nearly there. Is from Sunflower and Owl on Instagram, or Abby Sun Owl Fiber on YouTube. We have an astronaut, and that pattern is by Van Vaz Amigurumi, which is a pattern on Ribbler. We have a spaceship, which is by Ollie and Holly's blog. A few people have mentioned that name. I'm going to have to check out that blog. And the alien is Zap, the brain-eating slug by Omigurumi. I think it was called Omigurumi. It was cut off a little bit on the post on Instagram. And that is also a pattern on Ribbler. And Abby is actually, by the time this is posted, would have been at her market, I believe, the Beatles market that she's been creating her makes for. So I hope everything went really well, Abby, at your market, and it was very successful. So thank you for making the effort to do this when you had a really big market that you were prepping for. I do appreciate it. All right, next up is, now I need to get back onto my order. I don't have that one either. All right, I'm going to, this is good because I have to chase up those photos. I need to write myself a little note here while I'm doing it, otherwise you're not going to see this when I actually post the YouTube video. All right, photo and photo. There we go. The next one is by entry number 31, by Tamara Crochet, and she has made a little alienette, a visitor from another planet, and she made this with using a 4.5mm hook and 12mm eyes, safety eyes, and the pattern is by Sweet Softies, which is free on her blog and on her YouTube. And I just also want to take this time to say congratulations to Marrie, because last week she gave birth to her daughter, her little girl, and she still managed to create something for this week's entry. So amazing. Super mum already, brand new baby, and you're still crocheting away. Don't know how you do it. Super mum already. Thank you, but congratulations, and I hope everything is going well. All right, number 32. We have an entry from Thea Crochet Beast. You know, it's not a week without Thea's entries. And Thea has made, and she said that she struggled for this week as well, but we got her. She's made 2 items. She made a Star Wars zipper pouch, and the background was the red with the writing, or the word Star Wars crocheted in the pouch. And the pouch is 25 centimeters long by 18 centimeters tall. She made it with acrylic yarn and a 2.5mm hook using single crochets. She didn't mention a pattern designer, so maybe she has made up that pattern herself, which I believe she does a lot. Fantastic effort, Thea. Amazing. The second item she made was actually Kim from Crafty Chaos Emporium's brand new pattern, the Magic Mushroom, but she flipped it upside down and turned it into a spaceship, an alien spaceship. There's not in any world that I would have thought of doing that. So she said the pattern is exactly the same apart from where the eye placement is, and did some different color changes, and instead of stars putting on it, she made some twinkling lights for the spaceship. Amazing. You're definitely able to think outside the box. I couldn't see that mushroom pattern and say that's a spaceship. Yeah, you just amaze me. You are. Yep. Now, where are we up to? This one now. All right. Next up, we have entry 34. And this is a little alien buddy, and this is a pattern by Crochet Me Zaddy, and she has used Zaddy Crafts yarn. And that is a cute pattern. Definitely, Crochet Me Zaddy has definitely, you can tell a Crochet Me Zaddy pattern. They've got a very similar style, but they're very cute. Again, I have not tried one of his yet. I am going to one day. Thank you so much for your entry, and that is a cute alien. All right, next up we have Vicky Vass Designs, and once again, Vicky is not a crocheter, but she makes crochet hooks and amigurumi stick stitch markers, key rings, signs, different things she has a shop on Etsy now, and so you can go and check her out, her Etsy store, Vicky Vass Designs. And she has managed to match our theme again this week, and she has an astronaut, I believe it was amigurumi sticks, and a rocket amigurumi stick with the words blast off between the two of them. Amazing. I don't know how you're managing to get the theme each week, but you obviously have so many different themed beads and things that, yeah, it's great. Thank you. All right, number 36 is the other half of the story earlier, Violet Sierra with her mum, so we've already gone over that one. And number 37, What the Plushie. This is the lucky last so far this week, so far. Okay, so we have a very cute red alien, and he appears to be quite large. I don't know how big he is, but in the photo he looks quite large. And this pattern is by Adorably Cute Amigos. Fantastic. Love it. What an effort. Wow. I'm glad I started this tonight. So what I'll do now, so I'm ready for tomorrow, I will stop this. I will do the spins and actually hopefully put the footage in this week, because I forgot last week when I was editing. It's like, oh, yeah. So I'll do the spins now, then I'll come back, I'll talk about that, and then after the market tomorrow, if I have any more entries to go through, I'll come back and do that, and then I'll be able to post the video, and I've already done a lot of the work. All right, back in a minute. Okay, whoopsie, bumped the tripod. Okay, as you can see, week 7. I can't believe we're up to week 7. It's going to be an exciting one. Enchanted creatures is the theme with the color turquoise. I can see that Chris from the Enchanted Skein is jumping for joy right now. She's going to have so much fun. That was her theme that she chose. Was not her color, but it's very close to her colors. So I think we're all going to see some fantastic entries next week. Keep them coming. I love the stories that people are coming up with. And I can't believe we got 37 entries. Well, that's tonight's recording, Sunday. We'll see if we've got any more after this, but I'm amazed. I did not expect this for this week, because it was a hard week. But like I said, between weeks 8, 9 and 10 is a really, really, really difficult one. I'll be interested to see what people come up with that. So there's still a difficult one to come. Are we all going to be up for the challenge? That is the question. All right, thank you so much, guys. I believe that I will do a separate video for my market recap, because this will be quite a long video by the end of this, and so I'll need a break after the market tomorrow, so I'll be helping tomorrow's Tracy and say have a rest, do it the next day, and we'll catch up with you then. So you'll either be Monday, Tuesday, or I'll leave it to normal Wednesday video. I don't know what future Tracy will want to do. All right, thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you whenever the next video ends up going up, or if I'm coming back with a couple of extra entries tomorrow afternoon. But we'll see you then. Bye. Hi everyone, I am back. It is Sunday. We had the market this morning. I got home about 2 o'clock, went straight to bed, slept for a couple of hours, feel more human now, had some dinner. Now we're right. So we had 2 more entries come in that I hadn't talked about yesterday. So I'll talk about those, and then I better get to editing so I can get this video out to you. All right, so the first entry was from Artie Creations, and she has entered a red alien, and this was the pattern by, excuse me, Crochet Me Zaddy, and she used the Jolly and Joy yarn for that one. And again, use of the embroidery skills is fabulous here for the eyes. Jealous, but obviously if you practice, that's how good you can get. But thank you very much for your entry. I do appreciate it. And the last one that came in today was Charmed by Robin. And she also made a red alien, that fantastic embroidering on the eye. So we only have one eye. But from what I could see, I'll just open up. I don't have any details unless I cut it off. If I find out I've got more details about the pattern or yarn used, I will come right back. Just give me 2 seconds. Okay, I am back. Sorry, I've messed with the tripod and now I haven't got it in the same position as I did have. Yes, she was actually good and had it written in there. I'd accidentally cut the details off when I took the screenshot of the photo. So this is Goopy the Alien, and the pattern is by Signing Stitches. So thank you, Robin, for that entry. It is fabulous. The one-eyed Goopy the Alien. That is great. So we ended up with 39 entries this week. Again, I can't believe that I did not think we'd get more than 10 for this theme. So you've all done so extremely well. Thank you so much. I did do the spinning of the wheels yesterday, so you already know that. We just, like I said, come in today after the market with any extras that we didn't have. So thank you, everybody. That wraps it up for this week. Oh dear. Editing Tracy here. I am back. I am so sorry. I have gone through my list, and somehow when I was reading out the entries, I managed to skip someone. I apologise. So we had an entry from the Fibre Monkey. So I am so sorry. I don't know how, when I was reading my list off, that I managed to skip you. So I am back. I am making sure that we put you in. So the entry from the Fibre Monkey is Marvin the Martian. Another Marvin the Martian entry. Fantastic. This guy is huge. Now she wrote here, he is 2 feet tall. Oh my Lord. But I had to make sure this goes in because she has actually been on a girlcation, out with the girls, on leave, having fun. In between wine tastings and shopping, she has managed to make this 2 foot Marvin the Martian. Like, amazing. How? Thank you so much for putting in the effort. There was no way I was going to miss out on including you in the video, and the horror in my chest because I'm going, hang on, this photo, I haven't managed to talk about this photo. Why? So I do apologize, but we have made sure we got you in. So the Fiber Monkey, this pattern is by Amis by Angel. I think that's how you pronounce it. You know me. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Blown me away. Absolutely no way I was going to miss out on this. I do apologize, but a 2-foot Marvin the Martian is spectacular when you're having a girls' weekend. Wow. Thank you so much. I will go back to where I was talking. So that might look a bit weird where I've just added this in. Anyway, see you soon. As we know, next week is Enchanted Creatures with the colour turquoise, to remind myself. Looking forward to everyone's entries. I think that is a really good combination, and yeah, looking forward to all your entries rolling in for next week, week 7. Wow. All right, we'll see you. I probably will do the market recap video. I might put it out Tuesday, give myself a bit of a break tomorrow, because by the time I got home today I was in a lot of pain. Give myself a break tomorrow, but we have a lot to chat about. I can tell you it'll be worth tuning in. All right, thanks guys. We'll see you Tuesday. Bye.